Welcome to the Save Continue podcast, where every week we get together and talk about video games and video game related stuff. I'm Shanae Howard. With me, as always, is Tommy Shelby
Hi guys.
and Ryan Robinson.
Good evening. It's actually Ryan Umbilitrex now.
Still don't know the reference, but moving on.
I made it up. I made it up. So you feel free to laugh.
Oh, thanks.
Sure.
So what do you... I feel like it's
Rise
not made
from your
up.
grave. Feel free to rise from your grave.
Yeah, we're a zombie-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
Sure.
So what do you guys have been playing this week?
I've been playing so few video games the past few weeks, but I did play DJ Hero with my daughter last night, which will be good for our conversation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah. Besides, have you played anything besides DJ Hero in the last week?
No, I just haven't had time for video games. Just been like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stealing the video game playing because I've played a lot this week.
What you got?
What you got, Shanae? What you got?
And what else you got?
What else?
I just want to give me some skin. What else you got? So I've been playing Fall Guys on the PC. Me and Berto have been playing Divinity 2 co-op together.
Nice.
And it's been super fun. Berto loves the game, so I decided to give it a real good try. And so far, really liking it. But I am very viscerally reminded that there's reasons we don't play a lot of games together. This is going to be Berto's 7th time playing through this game. And so he knows where everything is. So I'm going and exploring and being like, oh, hey, well, what's in here? What's in here? And I'm not as good at manipulating the camera. I'm not good because it's not fixed angle. I'm not as good at I don't know where these things are. So by the time I click on anything, everything's already looted. So it just kind of was getting to a point where I'm just all right, loot the room. Let's move on to the next, I guess.
Yeah. I wish you had been here last week because we were talking about playing games with other people.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You should play games with Kaylee
well,
because
last week I wasn't playing with him. So
Sure.
You should play games with Kaylee.
You know what I mean.
Because she likes to explore the room and check out every nook and cranny, and I just want to see the next thing. So you two can play together and explore those rooms for all eternity.
Well, he's just clicking on everything, so it's all looted by the time. So I just wait to be so. Is there anything that I can use?
It's
cool.
A tough thing, right? You have so many games where each player gets their own loot. The whole shared loot thing seems to be going away for the most part.
Yeah.
But I
I
kind of like that though, you know.
I can if I go for the inventory, I can see what's in his.
Yeah.
But
you can't just have it.
Yeah, he has to give it to me.
Well, he's your husband.
Yeah.
I feel like he's meant to provide for you.
Yeah.
So.
I just
he's the squishy healer, and I'm the badass tank character. So
I just feel like
I should be breaking shop.
If you guys have a joint bank account, you should also have a shared loot account.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, Divinity isn't letting this happen. I don't think they've made this game with married couples in mind.
Sure.
I'm sure Berto
at least not happily
has some
ones.
Awesome piece of armor, and he's just oh, I'm sorry, the game won't let me. You know?
There's no loot in there.
None of our stats are kind of for
know.
each other stuff. So
Right.
luckily that has not been an issue. But I did have to stop playing with him on Sunday and be you know what? I'm getting mad and not enjoying the game, so let's stop.
Yeah.
Because I brought it up multiple times before this. I was I am on my way to the chest. You see me. Just because you're a little bit closer, don't just side swipe and go get
That's
it.
hilarious. I would do that to you too.
And it keeps me oh, I don't mean to. And I'm yeah, I just I don't know where these things are, and you do.
Oops.
So give me a moment.
It's funny that you
I'd be clicking on it and saying "oops" while staring at you.
But yeah, so and then I have been so then beat the champion in Pokemon, and
I beat the champion yesterday too. You know what I mean?
You know, because he's talking about.
I think you'd have to fuck more girls regularly to call your dick the champion.
Tom,
at this point, it's just retired.
Do not virgin shame Tom. We do not do that here.
Well, he's not a virgin. He has 2 children.
I was born again.
Not a born again virgin, just born again.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I still don't think that you can call your dick the champion then. Anyways, the
runner-up.
The understudy.
The participation trophy.
Yeah. Sure.
You guys are gross. That's not the kind of
the
podcast.
Notable mention.
Yeah, that's a family show.
Yeah, my mom listens to the show. You need to chill.
My kids
should
do
not
sometimes
listen to the show. But I've also.
If you're listening, son, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't want them to lose confidence in you, I guess.
Oh shit.
And then I bought like 3 Atomi games, and I've been playing those.
On PC or on Switch?
1 on Switch, 2 on PC.
Cool.
And then I think that might actually be it. But it's still more than I normally play.
For sure.
What about you, Ryan?
So still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
How close are you to platinuming?
Not very, I don't think. Hey, let me tell you something. Early on in the game, your character takes an obsidian orb that is meant to be, a prosthetic eye. You with me so far?
Yeah.
And they stick it up the rectum of a goat. Okay? One of the trophies is called Stink Eye. And you get the trophy by finding the goat and killing it and getting that eye back. So I got that one last night. I had to kill 40 goats to find that sumbitch. But so far...
Meat's back on the menu, I guess.
Yeah. Booty meat. But, but yeah, still having a good time with it so far. And then I also played a little bit of Fall Guys with a buddy of mine. And
on PC or PS4?
I played it on the PlayStation 4. And it's a good time. I get a little stressed out later on when the numbers dwindle because and then I choke a little bit. But we played some game types that I hadn't played before. Like there's one, it's like a memory game, and it shows all the fruit on the floor. Then
I hate that one.
It'll flash.
I get that one all the time. I
haven't gotten it, but I've seen Berto play it. I just because I don't know this game and I've been playing it like I haven't gotten looked at any of the maps or how to play them.
Yeah.
So some stuff I just fail immediately because I just don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
Sure.
Here's a helpful tip. You can jump and grab onto a ledge.
Thank you,
I'm
Tom.
not good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Berto keeps telling me to do this, but I don't think he realizes I'm not good at doing this.
Sure.
I played Street Fighter V Champion Edition with some friends of mine.
Oh, you can call yourself a champion.
I pulled off a champion move I was telling Tom about, and I feel real excited about it. I'm going to clip that sumbitch and upload that video to the YouTube because I'm real proud of what I did. Played with some new people and I actually made a couple friends in Street Fighter this last weekend, so that was cool. And then I think... and I played a little bit of Overwatch, but that's about it. You know what that is?
Heard of it.
Yeah.
Blizzard makes it.
Yeah, they added more black people since the last time I played, so it's pretty cool. Sinead, did you hear what I said?
Good. Yeah, they added more black people.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Though.
They still only got one Korean in there.
Yes. But she's a feisty one. And she's in a robot. And she's a competitive gamer.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So, I mean, I feel like the representation is there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you are feisty, Tom.
Yeah.
Sure.
But as Tom mentioned earlier with, like, the DJ Hero coming in handy, this week we're going to talk about music rhythm games.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's been a minute since we talked about all this. And, you know, I love that shit. I know you guys love that shit.
You see my rhythm?
I do not love it. No.
Shanae, you love it.
No, I don't.
Shanae,
I don't love it.
I think you could learn to love it if you gave it a chance. You know?
Yeah.
So
You just have to feel the music, Shanae.
I don't think my genetics will allow that, I guess. Or
nah, you've got the temperament of a Dance Dance Revolution champion.
I've tried, not good at it. Even like beginner baby mode, still not great at it. And then but I've tried like DJ Hero, I think was probably as far as like music rhythm games, like the closest I've been to like being good at it or like decent at one. And that's just because it was super fun and also like playing it on baby mode. Like I've tried Parappa the Rapper. I tried the Final Fantasy theatrical musics.
Theater rhythm.
Yeah, theater rhythm.
Yeah.
And then
those are great.
I tried, was terrible at it. I immediately returned it.
The Kingdom Hearts one is coming out. Do you see that?
You like Kingdom Hearts?
I'm not gonna play it.
You like that Sora?
There's supposedly more story there, Shanae. You're gonna need that story.
I'll watch videos. I guess officially I can't say that I've played all the games. Like once it releases. Thank you. Unfortunately your experience doesn't necessarily equal to mine, but thank you.
Man, you're going in on Tom today. Like, what's going on?
That's fine. You know, sometimes she needs me to be her punching bag. I guess that's all right. I'm always so pleasant to her.
I'm just saying that, like I can't say that I've played the game just because you played the game. Is more what I was leaning towards. I wasn't saying that like anything negative.
Have you not played Persona? That's called a social link. So you can say it, okay?
But I'm not going to. But what else have I? So I played that one where you didn't check it out on. That was like all kind of dreamy and like blue.
I have no idea.
Dreamy and blue.
Vocal something.
Vocal.
Not Vocaloid. Vose.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember that one. That's the phone one.
Vose is awesome. Well, it's on Switch now as well. But yeah, it started as a mobile game. It's the same guys that made Demo, which I think is also on Switch and PS4 now.
And I've tried the Guitar Heroes. I've tried like the music rhythm ones where it's like putting your hands through the lights at the time. Yeah. None of them stick with me. None of them do I feel like, hey, I can get good at this.
But how much time have you given to one of them, you know?
I think Dance Dance Revolution was probably the one I tried the most because my best friend at the time, she loved it, and that's all she wanted to do when we were hanging out. So it was mainly a lot of me like doing other stuff while she played that game, and then like every now and then trying to hop on it, and her just being like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So probably like, and that one I never got anywhere okay with.
Yeah. That's not for everybody, right? But like, I don't know. It's just a fun genre that we don't talk about much, so I thought it would be fun.
Yeah. So.
I do have some facts though about the genre.
Lay 'em on.
And I'm gonna sprinkle in throughout the conversation.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, I'll drop one now.
Give me one.
So Parappa the Rapper is deemed the first influential music rhythm game.
Sure. Yeah. For sure.
Good old
as far as
Parappa.
like genre creating.
Yeah.
I love Parappa. My daughter, my 14-year-old, loves Parappa, man. She's better at it than I am. That fucking chicken, like she can get through that shit. But
Wait.
such a good game.
Uh.
What is it, Ryan?
Never mind. Go on.
It's just a fantastic game. Like, Parappa is interesting because, like, it's why I was so disappointed that Project Rap Rabbit got canceled.
That sounded cool.
Like, both Parappa and Jammer Lammy are yeah, they're a rhythm game. It's push the button when you're supposed to push the button, but like, there's also a creative element to it, which I think a lot of people don't understand, and why their scores are so bad in Parappa is because they are literally just going along with it.
So, what is the creative element then?
It's like adding notes between notes as long as it's in time.
Noodles.
Yeah, that's part 2 for sure.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's both fantastic games, and Lammy's fantastic too.
So
Lammy?
Jammer Lammy, it's a Parappa spinoff.
Okay.
So is the gameplay and Lammy the same?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's more rock music, right? I guess if you could really even call it that. I think the band is like Milk Can or something like that.
So is she like? Are you? So I know. So in Parappa, you're helping him rap the songs, or is she singing the songs, or is she playing them on her guitar?
She's playing guitar, but they're singing too.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, what's weird is like, so like with Parappa 1, I think it's level 4 is like this chicken, and you're on like this cooking television show. And there's a glitch in that level where like the timing is slightly off of what it needs to be. And they re-released it, and I understand like staying faithful to the original, right? With these remasters and all that.
Yeah.
Like Mega Man Collection, right? They kept the slowdown in from the NES versions because that would fuck up the platforming otherwise, right? But like, they left in that fucking chicken glitch, and it's just such a bitch, man. It's such a bitch.
People, I just feel like there are like liberties you should be able to take with that sort of thing. You shouldn't have to be 100% faithful to like something like that.
But I agree. Like, I'm sure there was a rhythm game before that, but yeah, for sure, that's got to be like the first one of any consequence, right?
Yeah.
It's just the one, like, just like there's elements to like other games that like that can fall in a category, but like one game is like set as like the influential thing. Because I think that's what it is with Parappa the Rapper. Because like before that there was obviously before that there was like arcade games and like other stuff like that, of course, in Japan that existed, but this was like the first one that like is credited as the like a true rhythm game. I didn't look into it, but pop-in music, is that also like Parappa the Rapper adjacent, or am I just like mixing games up?
It's much more push the button at the right time, Pop-in music's fucking awesome and like much harder.
Where did that come out? Because I don't think I've heard of that one.
As far as I know, it's an arcade thing. You can get like a pop-in music controller to like play the game on PC unofficially.
Pop-in music.
I know pop-in music from PSP because
really,
I very much remember, and I was like me trying to think of like, all right, what are like music rhythm games that I even know of, and I just remember it was on the edge of the gondola, and like where like alphabetically that pop-in music case kept falling off every fucking shift, so every single day I was picking it up. So I do know that was like for sure on PSP because that case was my arch nemesis for a while.
And PSP had a lot of good rhythm games on it. Pop-in music, I just can't imagine working on PSP, but I guess it could just assign the different colors to different buttons.
I gotta look at this controller and yeah.
I mention it, but I also played Amplitude on PS3.
Mm-hmm. Amplitude's good.
There are 9 buttons. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to remember.
Yeah, there's like really good pop-in music streams, like Twitch streams now. They're just like super entertaining.
So what kind of music does it have in it?
Well, so I'm watching stuff like now in 2019, 2020, right? And much like with most other rhythm games, people have thrown in whatever songs they want into
Sure.
that game. So what it originally had, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But it's fun stuff to watch. I always think, Ryan. I always think of Mad Maestro.
Yeah.
And of Guitaru Man because of you.
Yeah. So like I think I don't remember. I think it was us talking about it, maybe, but
Looks like a hellscape. I would never play that.
Mad Maestro came out like when people were still trying to do gimmicky stuff with the DualShock 2, like with the pressure sensitive buttons, and like the pressure you press the button would determine the I'm not musically inclined, so I can't really say what the right term is, but like I guess the loudness of the note that you played, and so sometimes like the song would call for you to play it at a specific volume, and the light and the heavy pushes were really easy, but it was always the medium ones that were off, and the game would allow you to like calibrate the pressure sensitivity in the game, but it was never quite right. But it's fun. It's really it like the whole thing like with like telling the story, like him like the composer like trying to help people with his music. It's cool. But
do you remember there's a track in Guitaru Man where he's playing acoustic guitar to the girl he likes underneath that tree?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That song is still pretty fucking catchy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guitar.
You should find it and send that song to me, because I want to know what you're talking about.
For sure. But like as far as early stuff, I love Space Channel. Ryan, I know you're not a super big fan of Space Channel.
I mean, it's alright.
Ooh La La in particular.
It's just she's just so smug,
But it's so good, man. I don't know. I really like it. And like, what's weird is like, I think a lot about like competitive gaming when it comes to rhythm games. And there are games that I think that's like the one major flaw of something like Space Channel versus something like Parappa is that, to my knowledge, unless I'm just wrong, but I've played a lot of Space Channel. If you get it right, like if you hit all the notes correctly, there's not really a way that somebody could be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're hitting all the notes
there's a ceiling.
Right, exactly. Like it's yeah, for sure. That's a good way of putting it. And that's kind of sad. Because like even with like something like Guitar Hero, you could hit all the same notes at the right time as somebody like just like somebody else, but like when you decide to use like I don't know what they call it in Guitar Hero, it's Euphoria in DJ Hero, right? But like when you decide to use that will make a difference, or what samples you decide to use will make a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we could both get like a perfect game, but your score could still be higher than mine.
Sure.
I appreciate things like that. But Ryan, I mean, what do you like? What are some of your favorites?
So honestly, when I think of music games, one of the first that comes to music or rhythm games, and I'm not really sure which this falls into, honestly. But one of the first ones I think of is Bust a Groove. It's a game that I haven't met a lot of people who have played it, but it's a pretty well known game. The weird thing about Bust a Groove, I think, though, is that there's not really rhythm involved. Like for each dance move, it'll give you a series of buttons that you need to press. Right. And you can press them as fast as you want to, as long as you press them before like a certain point. Like it gives you like a second or two to like put them all in. And so there's not really any rhythm involved. You just have to make sure you push the right buttons before your little timer runs out. But
do you not get a better score for doing it in time?
No, I don't think so, because like my recollection of the game is like it would show you the button combination for the dance move, and then you put it in, and then you could put it in like way before the timer runs out, and once that timer runs out, then they'll do the move.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure. I don't know if I don't really know what kind of game it really is, and I kind of because I wouldn't call it a rhythm game because again, I don't feel like rhythm is really involved, but
There's a lot of weird ones like that, though, right?
Yeah.
Like Rez is kind of that way in that, like, yeah, you get more points for going with the rhythm, but like you could just play it like Star Fox, you know?
Yeah. That was one of them. And honestly, like I think one of my favorites though, and I'd say actually I would go so far as to say this is my favorite, is Taiko Drum Master.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love like when I was living in Japan, I wasted a lot of money on Taiko Drum Master machines, playing the theme to Cowboy Bebop over and over again. Because
Did you see the trailer for the new one?
I don't think it's wasting. I think that you're good.
Have you seen the trailer for the new one, Ryan?
It's
like I think it's just, even in the West, they're no longer calling it Drum Master. They're calling it Taiko no Tetsujin, like even here now.
Okay.
But like it's Taiko no Tetsujin RPG.
Oh, okay.
So it's like this fucking RPG, but the battles are
cool.
The rhythm section.
See, I like that, you know.
Didn't they also put it on PS2?
Yes. Yeah.
There's been several versions.
Yeah.
We had a version. Yeah.
Did it come with the drum?
Yeah, I don't know if they came with the drum or if you had to buy it separately, but the drum definitely was there though.
So typically with the console versions, you could play with a controller, or you could buy the drum. But yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah,
the version on Switch is awesome because you get all the Nintendo crap in there.
So I think I had heard about that one, and am I misremembering that it was Japan only?
No, it's here.
Okay.
You can get it on other consoles even, but the Nintendo version has, Kirby
I
shit
feel like
and all that.
I feel like I remember hearing about one that was Japan only or something.
Yeah.
Like came out recently.
There's probably a lot of them that I saw that are Japan only.
Yeah.
But none of that I was looking at for recent. So then a fact for you guys. Harmonix. Guitar Hero, Rock Band.
Yeah.
All that. It was actually founded by two guys who met at an MIT who had interest in music or music composition. And their first product was actually something called Can Jam that was used at the Disney theme parks.
Can Jam.
Yeah, they thought about going more into doing more like arcade machines, like at Dave & Buster's and stuff, but then decided to go into the video game sphere as doing like home entertainment, and that's when they came out with Frequency.
Cool.
I never played Frequency. I played Amplitude, but I never played Frequency.
So what's the diff?
I don't know.
Frequency is the first one. Amplitude is the second one.
So
and that's all I got.
Oh, so they're the same.
They're
the same franchise then.
Oh yeah, no. Amplitude is the sequel to Frequency.
That's cool. There was I remember I've only actually played not Guitar Hero, Rock Band a couple of times. I don't remember having much to differentiate it from Guitar Hero at the time, aside from the different instruments and everything. With that said, I thought it was really cool that I thought the idea of having a whole band play together, if you could actually get everybody together, I think that's really neat. With people I knew, that was so very rarely the case, but when it did happen, it made magic.
I did that within the past few years. Went to a party where someone had fucking Rock Band set up,
Yeah.
And
not talked about it.
Not the new one, old Rock Band. But that's just Ryan. I have a video of you. And I've never played one of these games, so I don't know if it would be considered a rhythm game, but it must be. I've got a video of you and Sarah. I think you're playing
Dance Central.
Maybe?
It's Dance Central.
You're breaking up, Ryan.
At Dance Central.
Just Dance.
Ryan?
I mean,
hey, can you hear me?
It is a music rhythm game.
Wait, hold on. Tom?
Technical difficulties.
Okay, Sinead, can you hear me?
Now you're better.
Yeah.
Okay. It was Dance Central.
Yeah. So, give me the scoop on that.
So I mean, look, I'm not an expert or anything, so I don't know, how it differs from Just Dance. I imagine they're pretty similar, but basically,
I played both. They are the same except for the songs. some of the movements, and I think Dance Central was Connect only, and Just Dance was Wii.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically you pick a song, and then you have these the players have silhouettes that they have to mimic the actions of as best as they can in time with the silhouettes, and there are different difficulty levels. There are different.
You're turning into a robot, Ryan.
Am I?
You're not. Nobody can understand you.
Hold on.
But I will say, while Ryan's getting his stuff fixed, so I have one of my favorite videos I have in my cloud is from my in-laws playing Just Dance, and both of them getting like really into it.
Yeah.
And
cool.
And like they aren't like really video game people. Like
right.
we like they taught them how to use an Xbox 360 so they can use it as a Netflix machine.
Right.
And still do, but like I think it was like a neighbor or somebody else brought over Just Dance, and it's amazing. Like his mom and like his dad are both just like, what do we do? But also still trying their hardest, and I can't look at it like and not smile. So I will say like I appreciate Just Dance for that. I do feel like I am slightly better at Just Dance and Dance Central than the rest of the stuff, though.
Testing.
Good now, Ryan.
Okay.
Much better.
Let me tell you something about Dance Central, because now is my time to tell you about the magic that is Rihanna's dance hit S&M.
Ponder Replay? Oh, S&M.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Ponder Replay? Oh my gosh.
Me and our friend Sarah would dance to that song over and over. And let me tell you something. You play with Sarah, you gotta come ready to win, because she pulls no punches. I've never beaten her in a single game of Dance Central, but I will. I am always ready to play that game. I love that game.
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun playing it.
I love that game.
I think the reason I like Just Dance and Dance Central is because I can easily just half-ass the movements and still get a score.
Yeah. So
and that's not the case with most music rhythm games.
I think it was I told the story on the show a long time ago. I think it was Just Dance that had like you can like post straight to your social media.
Yeah.
Probably both of them.
A coworker of mine had a party and he posted his thing to Facebook, and one of his friends was getting his dick sucked.
I feel like that's probably like a Dance Central thing, because Dance Central, they would have like freestyle periods where it stopped in like a lot of their songs, and like, god damn it, guys.
Because I'm just imagining him like
he's like dancing with he's like
doing his moves and the ball. Oh my god! Yeah. But like, what I'm also imagining is like, as his friend is getting a mouth hug, like he's so cheering his friend on. He's like, "You're doing great, man. Keep
Don't look back here. Do you, boo?"
It's just funny to me to like think like, man, I did a good job. I'm gonna post that to Facebook.
Do it, man.
Or his friend chose to post it to Facebook. He's like, yeah, let everyone know I get my dick sucked. They call it the champion.
That's called a
But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's Dance Central, because I remember Dance Central had like freestyle periods where it would just take pictures or videos forever long in the song. And Xbox is all about putting everything on social media. I don't remember the Wii being that great at like social media connecting.
Oh no, not at all.
So I'm pretty sure that was probably Dance Central, and I want to see that video now.
That's long gone, I'm sure.
I would like to get Just Dance though. Those games, like, I like those dancing games. Like, granted, the last time I played one of those, I was about 50 pounds lighter, but I still got some moves in me.
I mean, hey, it's one way to drop the poundage.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam back a couple of quarter pounders and then get my groove on.
Let's buy you Dance Central and Just Dance, and then like see where you like how much weight you lost in a month.
Okay. I can promise you
that could make
0.
for interesting content.
Okay, so hey, look, if I get one of them, I'll play it for sure. I love those games.
I really hope that there's like no way to update any of like the music tracks on there, so it is all songs from 10 years ago.
I mean, that's basically me playing DJ Hero, but I don't give a shit. That shit's fun, you know.
Yeah. It seemed.
Yeah, but you're not dancing while you play DJ Hero,
No,
so
not
it's
at
less
all.
funny. And also, like DJ Hero isn't recording you like scratching the
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is not. Is there like what more recent rhythm games have you guys played, or maybe are into?
I'd say the most recent one I've played is. I think about it. Well, I guess this doesn't really count, but I'm gonna say it because it's in there. There is a karaoke minigame in Yakuza,
Sure.
and
I played that actually.
yeah, so you know, and in that same and also in Yakuza, I think it's Yakuza 0, has also a little dance minigame. So, gotta have the rhythm on that.
Counts. That
Yeah,
counts.
and they're both very fun and both very entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, Beat Saber is the most current video game that I can even think of, but I haven't played it.
That's gonna
a
be
good one.
that's gonna be the next one. That's gonna be the next one we buy. I'm really excited.
Oh, you're
about
gonna love it, dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Have you guys played Thumper?
Yes. Tom, you showed me Thumper. You came over one time. You told me to install it on my Computress, and that is a very fun game.
Yeah, I like Thumper a lot.
You know what? It's funny because I don't know why. I never thought of it as a rhythm game, but it really is.
Yeah. Hey, a little bit of fun you can have with that, Ryan. Play it with your fight stick.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I have a music game for you. It's called Revolution X.
I mean, it's a music game, sure.
Yeah, well, music is the weapon.
Music of Aerosmith.
Yeah, music is the weapon. So.
I did love that game. Even the really bad Super Nintendo port.
Yeah.
Still loved it.
You can play that shit with a Super Scope.
Yeah, I played it with a controller.
Sure. Like a dork.
I feel like it. Even though I don't enjoy the genre, we should still acknowledge like how crazy big Vocaloid became.
So what,
I know it was originally just like the it was just a recording thing or on there, but they do have like a bunch of their own games, and quite a few have made it to the U.S.
So so what format do those games take? Like what do you do exactly?
So, as far as I know, with like Hatsune Miku, it's like a diva thing, and it is like, and as far as I know, it's like it is a rhythm game, and like there's different things you can do for like dancing or like singing.
Yeah.
And then they have like one that's like an Idol Master, I think is what it's called, and I don't know if that one is a rhythm game or not, to be honest. I think it might be just like an action adventure game.
Hey, can you still get SingStar on the PlayStation?
Maybe.
I believe so.
Okay. Because, bro.
SingStar.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh man, I want to belt out some tunes.
Wasn't SingStar the one that you could also do with like Rocksmith? I feel like there's one of them that
I don't know.
you could like switch out the songs with.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That'd be cool though.
Cadence
of Hyrule is really cool if you guys haven't played that one yet.
Oh yeah, or
it's Crypt of the Necrodancer, but with Zelda, and
dude,
it's fucking fun.
The cool shit. I love Crypt of the Necrodancer. Like especially like once you get into that rhythm and like everything's just clicking and you're just like, oh man, it's really cool, and like it really lets you know that you're getting going because the floor lights up like a discotheque.
Yeah.
It's really, I love that game. That game's really neat. But like, that's one of those games where my singular focus has to be on that game. But man, it's really cool. I like it a lot. I've never gotten very far in it though.
Not me, but an old roommate on there. We had like the Bit Trip game.
Oh yeah, Bit Trip. A lot of Bit Trip was rhythm based. I really took to Runner more than any of the other stuff, and that seems to be the case with most people because the Runner series were the only ones to get sequels, right?
Yeah.
But like those are super fun, man. Like those are still super fun.
You know what else is super fun? Sound Shapes.
Sound Shapes is fun for sure, but like you don't need rhythm for Sound Shapes,
But you need the music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Sound Shapes is great.
I didn't even really know that. Like, I haven't really looked for them in a while.
My
But
God.
like,
There's been like real quick, 8 Hatsune Miku games, and I did not realize how many there were.
yeah, and you hate her for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't like the
One time
fans
she
of
was mean to a
Vocaloid.
friend of Janae's.
One time she said something really rude, and I
Yeah.
would never forget.
She doesn't build her own
Never forget.
Vocaloids, so
Yeah.
she buys her Vocaloids on the internet.
But I feel like music rhythm in general is doing better now than probably ever, other than like outside of arcade, you know, as far as being at home. Like, you know, stuff like
rock
DJ
band
Max.
era.
Like DJ Max took off, and like there's modern DJ Max, there's modern Super Beat Sonic, like, you know, the Persona dancing games took off. Like,
so we got the demo for Persona 5 Dancing All Night.
Yeah.
I can't play it. Like, my eyes don't work that way. Like, there's like the things on the side. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. It's hard. It's really too hard. Looked cool.
Like, I think people obviously, like, Rock Band and Guitar Hero Live showed us in the last few years that people don't seem to want plastic instruments anymore.
Yeah, no.
But like the genre itself seems to be doing quite well, you know.
More singing games, more dancing games.
We got that Blaze Blue rhythm game, like all sorts of stuff, you know.
More singing games and more dancing games. I will do both. I'm happy to do both.
But did you ever play the Samba de Amigo games?
Yeah, Samba de Amigo. So like what's hard about Samba de Amigo is like you can play Samba de Amigo with the maracas or with the controller, right? That game's fucking impossible with a controller. And those fucking maracas are not cheap. So you're just kind of fucked nowadays unless you have a lot to spend on it. But Samba de Amigo's rad.
You see me doing it?
Yeah, I sees you.
Yeah.
I want to play a singing game, but I can't play them after 10 o'clock in my house.
That's true.
A strict rule.
That would be breaking the rule.
Yeah, that is a rule that we have in my house: is no singing after 10. So, did you guys?
Like, how strict is this rule? Will you get grounded?
I'm not grounded, but like, you know, she'll put a stop to it. So
you guys remember Super Beat Sports? You guys did a Let's Play of that with me.
Super. Oh yeah. That was cool.
That's relatively new.
The only thing I remember is the baseball. I don't remember any of the other.
Yeah, baseball is fun. I liked a lot of them. There's like a Tennessee one, and there's a volleyball one. But like,
yeah, I only remember the baseball.
Super fun game.
Which one of y'all played Donkey Konga?
I have not. I wish I could say different, but I've not played it.
Yeah, that game looks so fucking fun. But I know.
So there was Donkey Konga and like the other one was like Jungle Beat or something like that?
Yeah. I would love to play that.
Same console. Do you guys ever play the Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix?
No.
That shit
I didn't
was
even know
cool.
that existed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think I can ever play Dance Dance Revolution again on account of my knees. But
weak knees.
I've got weak. I'll show them to you, but yeah, I don't know. I think my Dance Dance Revolution days are long behind me.
Oh, same, dude. I'd be wheezing.
But I feel like I still got some Dance Central songs in me. Break out that Rihanna, and I'll go off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I guess like I think that there was a time, maybe 15 years ago, that I would have actually actively sought out rhythm games, but I don't feel like that's really been the case so much with me anymore, with the exception of DJ Hero, just because the premise of that game just sounded so cool.
Yeah.
But like I haven't really played.
That's got Rihanna too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're making a music game and you don't put Rihanna in it, then what are you fucking doing? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what are we doing? What is this? But I don't know. I can't really think of any like newer ones.
You know what? Put that back. I played Sayonara Wild Hearts and loved that game. That counts as a rhythm game, right?
Game. I'd say so.
It's not a music rhythm,
generous,
but
right? Like it's
not music rhythm, but it's a rhythm game.
I'd say so for sure. That's a fantastic game.
And the music is real good in that
so pretty.
too.
Yeah,
I'm
real
so
good
happy
soundtrack.
I got to play it on like Apple TV, like on my big screen. It made me real happy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Do you ever play Audio Surf?
Wow, that sounds familiar.
I haven't played it. I know of it. It's a PC game, right?
Yeah, and you
Audio
could play
Surf.
like your own music on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I feel like I don't know that one. It sounds familiar. I just have never seen it. If it were me, if I had a music game, I would make the ultimate music game. All right, hear me out. Okay, so you have a lot of games that have pop stars in them, but they don't allow you to live the pop star experience on stage. So my music game, my rhythm game, would have singing, it would have dancing, and if you like, there might even be some guitar sections in there too. Anything that you want as part of the pop star experience. This one would be called Ryan Robinson's Pop Star, and I just think it would be a really cool game. It would have a headset mic that like Britney uses, and I don't know, it'd be a good time.
Britney bitch.
Yeah, it's Britney bitch.
Have you guys played Sound Voltex?
I don't even know what that is.
No.
Sound Voltex was arcade, but since now you find people making their own Sound Voltex controllers, very similar to building a fucking fight stick.
I'm gonna look it up.
And it's so cool. You've got these a row of 4 buttons, then 2 buttons underneath, and then these 2 dials that you have to turn. And it's such a fun, intense game. And I want to buy one of those controllers so bad, but they're a couple $100. Hard to justify for one game,
Sure. Oh wait, I know Sound Voltex.
Yeah.
I know this game.
It's good stuff.
I've watched people play this game in the arcade, and man, those fingers going lightning speed.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, man? And I
want it.
Yeah, well, you know what, Tom? I feel like me winning the lottery is getting really close. So, if it happens, you've got yourself a Sound Voltex machine, my friend.
Well, I think that maybe instead of doing another fight stick, I'll try to do a Sound Voltex controller next. We'll see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I don't know anything about dials, so we'll see how that works.
That's a YouTube video away, dude.
Yeah.
So you can learn anything on YouTube.
Abs was looking at, what the fuck were we watching? We were watching some weird rhythm game where you spin a thing.
Spin a thing.
And somebody had modded a DJ Hero controller to work with that game. And Abs was talking about maybe trying to do that. I don't remember. This was a few months ago.
Tom, what was that one that you were playing? I want to say it was a year ago. There's one you were playing on PS4. And
I played a lot of Super Beat Sonic on PS4.
Was that what it was? Shit, I don't remember.
Ever played the Michael Jackson rhythm game?
No. Was it a bunch of Japanese music and you play with a regular controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Super Beat Sonic. It's a pretty big hit in this household amongst myself and the kids. That's a good game.
Yeah, that game. I don't know. Maybe it's me. That game is real. I feel like that game is real hard.
It's complex for sure. It's the same guys that made the DJ Max series.
DJ Max.
Yeah, DJ Max, Respect, and all that. Yeah, it's old normal controller rhythm games for PSP and
Okay.
I think even PS3 had one.
Are there music fighting games? I feel like.
I mean, yeah, Bust a Groove, right?
I guess you know what? Honestly, I feel like maybe that it was because Bust a Groove did have it to where if you built up a meter, you could attack the other player and throw off their rhythm.
Yeah.
Or their dance move. So I guess kind of.
That's what it has it down as in a lot of stuff as music rhythm fighting game.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was one that I saw advertised on the PlayStation 4. I can't remember what it was called. I think because we were looking at other fighting games and we saw it, and then that Cruz Brothers kind of wiped my memory because I just focused on that.
I bet that's an easy platinum.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not paying for it. Um, yeah, I think that there was. I remember there was one. Am I wrong? There was one for the NES on the Power Pad.
You are correct.
Hey.
There is. It was dance aerobics.
Dance aerobics. Okay,
Hmm.
nailed it.
Yeah. Human Entertainment's Dance Aerobics was an early rhythm-based video game released in 1987 and allows players to create music by stepping on Nintendo's Power Pad peripheral.
Uh, well, I never owned it, but I had
You're
a
peripherally aware of it.
yeah, I am now. Um, yeah, I think that's as far as my music game repertoire goes. Um, yeah, I just had an idea. It'd be really cool for there to be a light gun one, like a like a
Oh wow.
like a House of the
Yeah.
Dead kind of. They did Typing of the Dead. Now they can do Dancing of the Dead.
Sure.
Like Nintendo, like do I mean, turning all of their old IP into like a rhythm game, and that you can use as a light gun.
I would like that.
Cool.
Like you
Um,
get to do all the like the songs and stuff. Like you got to make the little like dog sound from Duck Hunt and like hit that part and stuff like that.
would you consider?
You're welcome, Nintendo. Take that idea.
There's your $1 billion idea. Look,
Ryan, you
You're
did that
welcome.
recently.
I already gave Nintendo $1 billion idea, and they never got back to me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
uh, but
What you want to do is get at Reggie Fils-Aimé.
yeah, dot reg. No, he's trying to save GameStop right now. I think. Um, why do I remember there being a Rayman one? I think maybe I just manufactured that, but I remember there
So,
being
like, Rayman Jungle Run is an auto runner, right?
right.
But much in the same way that Bit Trip Runner works, if you can keep with the music, like you know how like
Pretty easy.
you know how like the mainline Rayman games have like the music levels, like
Oh yeah,
Black Betty and all that.
that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
So Jungle Beat, and I think the other one's like Fiesta Run. While you don't have to keep in time with the music, it does behoove you to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the music. I think that Black Betty music level and Rayman Legends
Legends.
Was my favorite level. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But I don't know. I guess I had figured that music games weren't really a thing anymore. But then again, I don't pay attention to
I
trends.
just feel like there's more of them now than there used to be, at least for home consoles.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
do you have any on your list that you want to get that you haven't gotten yet? Like any new
Not
ones?
really. I mean, I would like the Switch version of Taiko Drum Master. Like, I do want that. I don't want to play it on controller.
Sure. Why would
And
you?
I don't want to I don't want to shell out the money for one of those drums. You know.
Look, I feel like with those Joy-Con some bitches, you should be able to pantomime that shit. You know, like
But
why not?
yeah, right. Like, why not do it that way? But like, yeah, between like that and like we talked about with like Vose and DJ Max Respect and Super Beat Sonic and Cadence of Hyrule and Thumper and Super Beat Sports and Beat Saber, like those are all current gen games.
Yeah, and you know what?
And there's many more. You know.
Yeah, I'll also so as an aside, I feel like
right now.
And it glows in the fucking dark. I feel like you could make like. Don't ask me how this would work because I don't make video games for a living. Okay, but I feel like you could make a really cool one and super hot. I don't know how, but I feel like you could do it.
Well, they already turned it into a roguelike, so I guess and then a VR game. So
I don't want
you
that.
Never know.
I don't want the roguelike. I want the music one. The VR one is choice. But I think a music one could be really cool too. But then again, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But,
Quaver?
Huh?
Did either of you ever play Quaver?
What's Quaver?
It's a free to play game on Steam. I've seen like people playing and talking about recently. I just never looked into it further.
Quaver.
No, I didn't do that.
So Webster's defines it as a shake or tremble in speaking, typically through nervousness or emotion. Example: his voice quavered with rage. Okay.
All right.
But though wait, no. Quaver's Marvelous World of Music? Is that what we're Nope, it's not. That's not what I'm
Let me just
talking.
pull it up on Steam. No, it's just Quaver. It
Okay.
kind of like looks like from because of the way that it's like prompted is kind of looks like more like a Tetris game than like a rhythm game. But yeah, because I put a bunch of them in my Steam wish, like I saved them so I can ask you guys about them. Also, there's one game called Just Shapes and Beats that is a bullet hell and a rhythm game.
That sounds right up your alley, Tom.
It's a pretty popular game. I haven't played it though.
That sounds right up your alley. You like both of those things.
Oh, I've also played Geometry Dash. I have played that.
Geometry Dash. What is that?
I feel like that's more of just a runner, though. You know.
What
it really is, but I'm gonna count it.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a free-to-play phone game that made its way to PC, where you're just like this shape. It's not a runner. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
So, bringing up a fact here.
A little fact, all right.
In 2008, a Singaporean MIT team made a game called Audio Odyssey, where blind gamers can play along with seeing ones, because they're like their whole thing was trying to make games that like people with like physical disabilities can play together.
Cool.
And it's like a game where you move the controller to create like the music, and then you and whoever you're playing with, you're basically like laying tracks on top of each other to
really
create
cool.
something.
Video games are for everybody. There's this one that came out recently. There's one that came out recently. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Drop Mix. Is that what it's called? I think.
I never heard of that.
It's like basically you take these. Look, you have this apparatus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take different. You have these cards that are encoded with like different music, and then you just drop them into each thing, and you make your own mixes. And seems neat. Very Eye of Judgment feeling. But
they did a few of those. Like there was that weird animal Jenga one. You remember that a few years ago?
No.
Or it's like you had all these little animal figurines, and you had to like try to stack them on top of each other.
No, I don't know that one. That sounds cool though.
Drop is made by Harmonix, and yeah, like it's physical cards with chips put on into it. Yeah.
Just chips.
And then just the chips. Yeah, I mean, I guess like I never, because it's such a sphere that I like avoid, because like many things I am bad at it. I haven't really noticed or thought about like rhythm or music games like making a comeback or like people really enjoying them. But I guess like you're right, looking more like as far as like today with like the research that I was looking into and like looking on Steam, like I mean, granted there's a lot of garbage and there's a lot of games on Steam.
Yeah.
Like I'm aware of this.
There's more porno games than ever.
Even like looking at it, I didn't really feel like it's like so many things are like popping off for like the music and rhythm, but I'm glad that it is. I mean, even if it's not for me, obviously you love it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say about that, Sinead, right? I say that the genre is doing well only by the amount and quality of titles that are out today versus during PS2 or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot speak to the sales of any of those games, and I feel like most of them are quite low.
Sinead, when coronavirus is over, we're doing Just Dance at my house.
Okay. How about like next week, me and you both get tested, and then if we get negative tests, I'll come over and we'll play Just Dance.
I don't have it yet, Sinead. You gotta wait for me to buy it.
I'm going to see Ryan next week.
Yeah, you can
for
do
the
that.
first time since COVID-19.
COVID-19 2020.
For the first time since before the virus.
Yeah, this is
BB.
2000
Yeah.
2000 AC after Corona.
Yeah.
Okay. My Corona. So what about Floor Kids? Doesn't that count?
Yeah, for sure. And what's cool about Floor Kids is it reminds me of Parappa in that like there is some creativity there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Floor Kids is cool. Tom, listen, I always try to get onto your account to play some Floor Kids, and I always get real close, okay? And then right when I'm ready to play it, Tom, someone just knocks me off.
I got a household of people using my account, you know?
So I'm going to talk to one of them. I'm going to buy them out.
Hey, school's back in, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they don't have time. They do not have time. They will not. And if I get kicked off, Tom, then I'm gonna text you and be like, check to make sure your kids are doing their schoolwork right now, because this shouldn't be happening.
School is still doing virtual learning.
They're doing virtual insanity.
Virtuosity, starring Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington. That movie is better than people give it credit for, by the way. Russell Crowe plays a music in that.
But do you have any? Go ahead.
Huh?
I
was going to say thanks
Russell
for
Crowe.
Indulging me with this.
Tom?
I was going to say, did you have any... Hey, Brian, I'm talking.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, I am the sir now.
Sorry, Dad.
Do y'all have any... Do y'all have any closing thoughts on any of music games or rhythm games, or any suggestions you want to put out there? Like, if you're going to play one rhythm game, do it.
No, I mean, you like what you like, right? But I suggest going back to the old stuff, because a lot of those games were so mass-produced, like DJ Hero and Guitar Hero and Child of Eden, and like even games like fucking Guitar Man. You can get these games for pretty cheap nowadays, you know?
Yep.
So go have fun with them.
Yeah, buy them.
Also, like, those games are so fucking great for get-togethers, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially DJ Hero specialties.
Yeah.
A
little bit of DJ Hero, a little bit of To Catch a Predator.
Oh, dude, what an awesome afternoon that was.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Blind Date sprinkled in just for flavor.
Blind Date in there. Yeah.
Man, what a cool day.
Yeah.
So what are you guys looking forward to this week?
What do you mean?
Before we talk again.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited to play more Divinity 2 this next week, and also I am super close to finishing the HBO Max series Watchmen, and I'm really happy with it so far.
I just watched Doctor Sleep on HBO Max. It was pretty good, but
I never saw the original.
Gaming-wise, I want to get back to finish up either Metal Gear Rising or Ninja Gaiden Black. I'm pretty far in both of those. I just haven't had much time.
Do you think you're going to platinum Assassin's Creed Odyssey this week, Ryan?
That depends on a few different things. I just started my new position at work today, so...
Congrats.
Thanks. It really depends on, what my workload looks like. But I feel like I've gotten a lot of stuff done in the game. I've made some headway on some meaningful trophies. And I think that there's a good chance that I would platinum the game by next week, perhaps. Also, as an aside, guys, I've been watching Cobra Kai on Netflix because they took it off the YouTube and put it on the Netflix.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Maybe you guys can help me out with this. It seems like the show...
Not good?
Well, I'm not going to say that because I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. But it seems like they want me to like Johnny, okay? But he's a bitter old racist. So I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like a bad Santa situation. You know?
He's I was like, okay, so I can see what they're gonna do is Johnny's gonna have some kind of redemption arc, and where he learns not to be so racist all the time. Kind of like
just some of the time.
Kind of like how at the beginning of Gran Torino, when Clint Eastwood started the movie by spewing out a bunch of anti-Korean slurs, and by the end of the movie, his best friend was a Korean.
Look, I saw the first season of Cobra Kai when it originally aired, like, what, 2 years ago, something like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember it too well. I remember liking it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe I'll get back to
that. The music, I will say this, the music in that show is superb. I enjoy it quite a bit.
All right. To be fair, I never watched the original Karate Kid movie. I've never seen any of the Karate Kid movies. So maybe Cobra Kai also isn't for me because I don't know the source
Start
material.
with the next Karate Kid starring Hilary Swank.
Do not do that.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. That was after Ralph Macchio wasn't interested in doing Karate Kid. I don't actually know why, but the next Karate Kid stars Hilary Swank and Pat Morita. So.
Well, after I finish doing
watch The Sidekick with Chuck Norris instead.
After I finish HBO's Watchmen, I'm gonna go back and watch the John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy.
Cool.
John Carpenter is my favorite, so I love him.
Your favorite?
I still can't stop.
Man.
Man. Yeah. Well, if you like listening to us and you have any thoughts or feelings about the show, hit us up on our Instagrams or our Discord. They will be linked. We are everywhere podcasts are. And bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm trying. Well, we're probably